Hello, everyone.
Hello, everybody.
And welcome back to the XR Update podcast. I hope you are having an amazing Wednesday. The date today is August 7th, 2024. And I am joined. My name's Alex, by the way. Hello, Alex VR, here, a part of the Impact Reality Flat to VR Studios team. And joining me is another amazing member of the Impact Reality Flat to VR Studios team. It's Katya.
I'm introducing myself this time. Katya,
You're so excited. Like, let me get your name out here, Katya, before you're jumping in. I don't blame you for being excited. But
every time I see our intro, it just makes me giggle. It's so cool.
it is pretty cool. Hopefully we keep things the way that they are here with XR Update, and Marvel doesn't come knocking on our door for using their song.
Yeah, I know.
But people have mentioned, that they feel like Impact Reality is like putting together the Avengers of the VR scene. And sometimes, I have to say, maybe we are. We have an amazing team.
We're trying to promote virtual reality and do our best to make it succeed in all the ways. So maybe we are.
Maybe we are. How's your week been so far, Katya? You doing all right?
Yeah, the week is amazing. It's just still summer. The weather is amazing. Lots of work. I'm working really hard. How was yours?
Oh, man. Slow start to this week for me, just like trying to wrap my head around everything. But yesterday and today, especially today, I have just been cruising, grinding, like super, super busy. There's a lot going on behind the scenes right now. And it's all very exciting. But, just doing what I can to keep my head above water.
Is it because Gamescom is coming or something like that? Have you heard about it ever?
I've heard of this thing called Gamescom.
Yeah.
It's just like the world's largest gaming conference / convention taking place in Cologne, Germany, starting on August 21st, I think is the first day.
Yeah, to 25th, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And there is also a developer small pre-conference starting on 15th, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, DevCon.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and we are excited to share that a large chunk of the Impact team will be in Germany for Gamescom. We'll be at the event. We'll be meeting with developers and gamers and influencers and networkers, and hopefully doing all the German stuff. I'm really excited. I've never been to Germany before, so this will be a first time for me.
I've been to Gamescom once a couple of years ago. It was the best event I've ever attended. Unfortunately, cannot go this time because almost all of you guys are going, so at least somebody has to hold this castle.
What would we do without you, Katya?
But it's literally one of the best events I've ever attended. It's amazing. In Germany itself is so much fun.
I'm excited. So if you're out there listening, if you're a developer and you're like, hey, I'm going to Gamescom too. Well, now you know, so is Impact Reality. So hit us up, find our social medias, or reach out to me or Katya directly if you want to organize something for us to meet with your team. And we would be happy to meet with anybody that we can while we are in Germany for Gamescom. And shout out to Katya for just holding down the fort while that happens. I don't know what we would do without you.
I know. Now I'm suffering. You guys have it fine. But
Well,
it's okay. I love it.
You'll have your day in the sun. I think we'll all take turns doing what we got to do.
I know.
So we have a guest today. This is something that we've been able to do so far for all of our episodes, and I think that's going to be the case kind of moving forward. We'll always have a guest, somebody from the VR space, developers primarily, to talk about some of their projects. But before we get to today's guest, I was hoping, Katya, you would help me in just like talking about and kind of informing the audience about a couple of news updates that have been shared via XR Update on the XR Update Twitter this past week. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course. You start and I will add some comments. Is this good?
That sounds amazing. We're on the same page. So from the XR Update Twitter, today, Meta closed Ready at Dawn Studios, the developers of Echo VR and the Lone Echo series, due to budget adjustments within Reality Labs. And despite the closure, Meta is reassuring us that that it has a continued investment in first-party VR games and support for developers. Katya, have you ever
Oh,
played Echo VR?
of course. Haven't we all play Echo VR? It's like the first game you play. Many years ago when you just get Quest 2, I feel like everybody was just playing that game nonstop for different reasons. It's fun, it's free. So it kind of feels a little bit sad that they're closing it, but there are so many other games right now. So
That's true, but there's a few things about this that are like, I don't know, particularly I don't know what the word is, like almost like a knife twisting a little bit, like first of all, Echo VR before they pulled it offline for, I guess, still for whatever reason, we're not exactly sure. That was very much the pillar of the VR esports scene. Like
mhm.
VR was the team game that got the most amount of action in VR esports. So, I think the esports scene has suffered since losing Echo VR. And frankly, after after Meta picked up Onward, there was issues there by like making the game work for the Quest and kind of downgrading the experience for the PC users who were already playing the game. So like this is kind of like a little bit of like strike two almost for this, like I'm
Yeah.
Meta the benefit of the doubt here. Like obviously it's an amazing, huge VR company that has made VR accessible for so many people. But when you see them scoop up some of these like favorite
Mhm.
games and turn them into first party IPs and then like not have the kind of support that you'd be looking for behind these types of games, it can be a little distressing or concerning.
Yeah,
So,
it is.
I hope they have something planned to replace Echo VR, but it looks like Ready at Dawn is no more. Um,
Mhm.
and that's a bummer. Hopefully we
It
don't see any of these other studios like Big Box or Downpour or any of the other ones, Beat Games. We don't want to obviously Beat Saber's here to stay, of course. But
is. Yeah.
anyway, this is newsworthy and worth paying attention to for now. Do you have any other thoughts on this, Katya?
No, this is just sad news. I feel like we should switch to some good news right now.
Let's
If you
switch to a little bit of good. I mean, this is
Mhm.
depends who you are, how good
Yeah.
this news is. So, last week was kind of a big week for the PlayStation VR2. There was a huge discount from Sony on the PlayStation VR2 headset. I think it was like $200,
$200 from
big
500
amount.
to 300. It's crazy.
That's a huge discount, and a lot of people bought them. So that's exciting. There's a lot more PSVR 2s out there in the wild. And starting tomorrow, PlayStation VR users will be able to play VR games using the $60 adapter for PC. So it'll allow access to Steam VR's library and some of the features like HDR and eye tracking are not going to be available, at least at this current time. Maybe some modders or something will get in there and mix this up. But what are your initial thoughts on people using PlayStation VR headsets on PC? Katya?
Well, first of all, I feel like I need to buy PlayStation VR right now because that's the only one that I haven't tried, and I heard so many good things about it. But now we'll be able to play PC games in PlayStation because it's just so hard to port VR games on the PlayStation. It's a nightmare, so that's why not many developers were able to do it, especially for indie developers. It's just hard. It's
Mhm.
a very complex process. But now we'll be able to play those games from Steam, which is absolutely amazing.
It is cool, and for me, this is really like what this does for the consumer, anyways. It adds quite a bit of value to this headset, especially if it's the only headset that you own. Like if you had the PS5 and you decide to go ahead and grab a PSVR 2, you're kind of limited to what's available on the PlayStation
Mhm.
5. But now you could potentially either use an existing PC that you have or pick one up and not have to worry about the additional price of a headset that would work with your computer. So
Yeah,
a lot of added value, I guess, to the consumers.
it is.
Again, there's been a lot of people who have kind of been underwhelmed by, to put it
Mhm.
lightly, by PlayStation's support of the PlayStation VR. And I can't help but be a little bit afraid of them maybe like kind of just releasing this and forgetting about it, and again not finding a way to leverage any of the unique features of the headset, or provide any kind of tools that would potentially make this like a viable path for
Mhm.
people moving forward because like I said, unless you already own the PlayStation VR2, I can't imagine you would go and pick this up just to use for your PC. Like there's other options that would make more sense, I think, as a PC VR headset if you didn't
Yeah.
already own a headset.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, we'll see. We'll see what's happening. And I just read in the comments here from our community, and they're saying the adapter is apparently sold out in all places.
Yeah, I mean, I
So,
wonder how many they made. Like did they make 50 million of these? Probably not. Certainly, they made less adapters than they did PSVR headsets. And
Mhm,
like I said, there's a lot of them out there in the wild now. But this is another interesting news point, and we'll see in the coming weeks
mhm.
just what this actually means for our community.
Yeah, very excited.
It's exciting stuff.
Mhm.
All right, cool. So I think it's about time to shift gears and maybe talk a little bit about Strike Rush. And if you've
Yes.
never heard about Strike Rush, maybe you should take a quick look at this. Boom. There you have it. That is the trailer for
Mhm.
Strike Rush.
I
And
love that.
from SKONEC Entertainment, please help me in welcoming Sam from the Strike Rush team. Hey, Sam. How you doing?
Hi. Hi, how are you?
Hey, doing great. Thank you so much for joining us.
Sure, I thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Where are you joining us from?
I'm in currently Düsseldorf in Germany. Actually, I'm going to attend Gamescom here too,
Yeah.
so
Oh
I'm
my
here a little earlier.
Well, that is amazing. Are we going to be bumping into you at Gamescom or what? Are we going to hang out?
Of course, we should.
Yes,
god.
we definitely should.
I'm crying here.
Yeah, this is going to be great. I mean, Sam, we've known you for a while now. We've been working alongside of Strike Rush and supporting you guys on this launch. And I'm excited to have you on the show so we can kind of dive into some of the details about the game and maybe share it with some of our community who hasn't had a chance to play it yet.
I'm excited too.
Nice. So can you tell us a little bit about like the origins, I guess, of Strike Rush? Like when did you guys start development on this title and what inspired it?
hmm Strike Rush began its development in June 2020. The initial inspiration came from one of our earliest project, Moral Blitz. Moral Blitz is a hyper shooter game set in a science fiction universe. It was a lot of fun to create and play, but it was limited to single player mode. That's why we really wanted to take the hyper shooter excitement and then bring it into a multiplayer setting. That's what sparked the creation of Star Rush. Our goal was to create a multiplayer experience in the same genre. As we developed Strike Rush, we introduced new elements like Blitzmon and Colossus, which I will explain more about later. These additions led us to shift the game's atmosphere to something brighter and more casual compared to the intense sci-fi vibe of previous Moral Blades. We believe this new direction will offer a fresh experience even for fans of Moral Blades.
Nice. Cool. That
Mhm.
sounds great. And I mean, for me, the magic in virtual reality is in multiplayer experiences. Like when
Yeah.
you get to share that presence with other people, jump in with your friends, I've had amazing experiences with other people in in VR games that were half baked, not completed even, like just being there together is absolutely magic. So I definitely don't blame you for going that route and finding a way for people to be able to connect within the game, especially after releasing a single player title. Um, so what in your guys' opinion really separates Strike Rush from some of the existing first person shooters that exist?
One of the standout features in Strike Rush is the ability for players to bring their own Blitzmon to the battlefield. Blitzmons are like pet-like characters that accompany players and offer a variety of abilities. They can help recover stamina, attack opponents, or even occupy strategic areas based on the player's command. This adds a new layer of strategy to the game, making each battle more dynamic and exciting. And there are three main types of Blitzmon. The animal type, which resemble a full-legged creature like a dog or wolf. The spider type, which has a spider-like appearance with four legs. And the drone type, which flies in the air. What's really cool is these Blitzmon aren't limited to just these forms. They are made up of customizable parts, head, arms, body, and tail for the animal types, and the wing parts for the drones. Players can earn these parts as rewards in the game and mix and match them to create their own unique Blitzball. Another exciting feature is the Colossus, a massive machine that drops into a game. Players can board and control the Colossus, wielding its powerful weapons to unleash devastating attacks. It's designed to turn the tide in tough battles, offering players the thrilling experience of mowing down multiple opponents at once. Even if
Nice.
you are struggling in the game, getting into a Colossus can give you a whole new level of fun and excitement.
And I
Nice.
actually agree. I tried the game and we played it all together. And pets and classes is something very, very. It's just so fun. You're so big and this huge machine, and you can just destroy everybody. It's fantastic. And
It
pets are so cute.
It reminds the Colossus definitely reminds me of, like, Titanfall. If you've ever
Mhm.
played Titanfall, like, it's that, like, moment where that huge thing shows up and it kinda, like, shifts the tide of the battle a little bit. So I can almost see, like, the inspiration from Titanfall there a little bit. And then, I really enjoy actually having the companion pet as well.
Mhm.
Like, most first person shooters, you don't really have that, like, auxiliary pet. And, there's a couple of games that do it pretty well. Like Arizona Sunshine 2, for example, you have Buddy, the companion, and he like helps you solve puzzles and stuff. But this is a competitive multiplayer game where your pet can be used to help strategize. It's almost like an additional weapon or ability. And then the customization options for that are great. It just gives you the opportunity to kind of find something that matches your play style. And for the record, one of those Blitzmon, I don't even know which one, has a blind that, in my opinion, tell the developers too overpowered. Like, I got blinded by this thing so
Mhm.
badly, and every time I got blinded, I felt so uh, vulnerable. Like there was nothing I could do. I just like tried to back into a corner and survive, and I never did. So anyway, yeah, the blinding is an exciting, or it's a almost borderline overpowered move. So if you're in there, find out which Blitzmon blinds you and use that until developers nerf that.
So everybody's blind in the end.
For real. Um, so Sam, it kind of sounds like Strike Rush is like a little bit of it reminds me of like a hero shooter, I guess, almost like Overwatch. Would you consider Strike Rush a hero shooter? Like what are some of the playable classes like?
Yes, Travelers can be described as a hero shooter. In the game, players can choose from six pairs of characters, each pair consisting of a hero called Bleachers and their companion Blitzmon. Both Bleacher and Blitzmon come with unique skills that go beyond human abilities, really emphasizing the hero shooter aspects of the game. What makes Travelers unique is the ability to mix and match skills. Each pair offers a combination of four types of skills, allowing players to tailor their abilities based on their preferences and play style. We also put a lot of effort into perfecting the hyper shooter genre through our distinctive graphics and art style. Our aim was to create a visual striking hyper style shooter set in the future. This vision shaped our current graphical style, drawing heavy inspiration from popular hyper shooter PC games. We wanted our graphics to stand out and offer a sense of beauty and uniqueness to our user. I'm confident this will be a key factor in the game appears.
Nice. Cool. Yeah, that sounds great. So, if you're out there and you like hero shooters, Strike Rush is out there. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And like we've seen some come and go, but Strike Rush is definitely still here. It's here to stay. And, it has some unique features, like we said, like the Colossus and with the Blitzmon. So it does definitely separate itself from even your Overwatches or whatever through some of those features, which is great. One thing that I noticed playing Strike Rush was that kind of different from some other typical hero shooters is that you can like pick up and grab weapons within the map. Like I noticed there's like a handgun and a shotgun, like a sniper rifle, assault rifle. There's all kinds of different weapons that you can pick up and find in the game. Can you speak a little bit about your approach with the weapon system?
Yes, and first of all, in Strike Rush, each bleacher is paired with the Blitzmon, just like you said earlier. Let me explain this a little more. And the Blitzmon can select auxiliary skills that complement the Blitzer's chosen abilities. Depending on the skills you pick for your Blitzmon, you can enhance your Blitzer's capabilities in various strategic ways. So when it comes to weapons, we offer a diverse arsenal to suit different play style. Here are the 7 types available. So there's Atom, a basic handgun that allows you to run quickly while holding it. PHSG4, a powerful shotgun, particularly effective at close range. PHAR3, an assault rifle using bullets, offering greater power than an energy bullet. PHSR2, a sniper rifle with the strongest single shot power but limited mobility. Cowan, an energy blitz assault rifle with excellent rate of fire and recoil controls. And then we also have a P03 Argres, a heavy machine gun with a large diameter, extremely
Nice.
powerful and can only be found in the field. And we have lastly Lepton, a sniper rifle using energy blitz available in single missions with a better rate of fire compared to PHSR2. So in Strike Rush, your movement speed varies depending on the weapon you are holding, and you
Mm.
can run faster when your weapon is holstered. We are also planning to add new Bleacher Blitzmon pairs and additional weapons in future updates. This will diversify team compositions and make character selection even more interesting. Our goal is to continuously expand the arsenals and enhance the player experience through regular updates.
Nice. Yeah, that sounds great. And you mentioned Blitzmon in there in the conversation about weapons. So it seems like the Blitzmon, your pets, are definitely an integral part of the gameplay experience.
Mhm. Yes, it is.
Awesome. Yeah, that's great. And again, like I said, I think that that's a really good feature that you guys have. So and the other one, of course, being the Colossus, is that's what we've touched on. What led to the decision to include the Colossus in the game? Like, how can players, I guess, best use it when they're trying to win games?
Mm. Good question. Strike Rush features a conquest battle style of gameplay. In this mode, 2 teams of 4 players each compete to control a central area on the stage. The objective is to occupy this area for a certain period, earning capture points. The first team to reach the required number of points win the games. The capture area is located midway between the spawn point of both teams. Successfully capturing this area earns you team points, and the game continues until the team accumulates enough points to secure victory. A key features in this battle is the Colossus. When the opposing team is nearing victory, but still the Colossus can appear as a game-changing element. Boarding the Colossus grants players access to powerful weapons like machine guns and plasma cannons, along with special skills. This can dramatically shift the momentum of the game. The experience of turning the tide in an unfavorable situation with the Colossus' formidable fire powers is incredibly exhilarating.
It
It's
is.
designed to, yeah, it's designed to offer players a thrilling moment of triumph, showcasing the strategic depth and excitement of Strike Rush.
Nice. So, to put it simply, then it's basically like a game or like a King of the Hill style,
Mhm.
I guess, game mode where you occupy the center of the map. So I imagine then that your map design is probably pretty important when your primary game mechanic revolves around holding down certain points. So can you speak a little bit about the maps that are in the game, like how many there are and yeah, what to expect?
Definitely. As of July 11th, we added a new stage, bringing the total to 5 unique multiplayer stage in Strike Rush. Each stage offers a distinct theme and atmosphere. Let me explain those maps. First, Seorabar, the stage inspired by the future of Korean old city centers, blending the beauty of traditional Korean architecture with the retro city alleys and old
Because you're a
rock town.
Korean team, right?
Yeah, we
Oh,
are.
that's great.
So
Where
we
are you
definitely
based in Korea?
Seoul.
Sounds good.
I need to visit.
Me too. I'm
You
going.
guys should.
Oh, we're going.
Okay, let me go ahead with the second map.
Yeah.
Old Rock Town, set in a western coal mine. This stage combines the ruggedness of old mining operations with machinery-filled facilities. And third one is facility number 9, a high-tech weapons and a mercenary training facility for military companies within the game world. Infinite Stadium, the arena for combat arena, a game within the game. It's like offering a futuristic stadium setting. Lastly, Shining Vessel, our newest stage, added on July 11th. It's set on a luxurious passenger ship floating on the sea during summer, providing a vibrant and dynamic environment. So each stage brings its own unique challenges and aesthetics, so players can look forward to a variety experience as they battle in out in Strike Rush.
Awesome. I love the summer vibes of
Yeah.
Shining Vessel. Came at the perfect time.
Mhm.
And honestly, I feel like a lot of times with first person shooters, you get a lot of these like, I don't know, sterile environments, or dark environments or whatever. And sometimes it's nice to just be like out when it's sunny and bright and, water's around and cheerful. I appreciate this aesthetic quite a bit.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too. It looks so very good. And they also have new skins right there, so it's like a nice
Mhm.
vibe.
Have you ever done a cruise, Katya?
No.
I've never done a cruise. Have you
You
ever done a
have?
cruise, Sam?
No, me
Oh
neither.
my. Okay.
We need to
The
add
three of
cruise
us.
mode to Strike Rush so we can all have the virtual cruise that we've never had in real life.
I know.
um, okay, cool. So, what is tell us a little bit about kind of player reception. What's something that is kind of interesting or unexpected that you have observed from your player base in Strike Rush?
One of the most exciting aspects of game development is discovering how players enjoy the game in ways we never anticipated. Sometimes this even highlights areas that might need adjusting. For
Yeah.
example, players have come up with a unique strategy involving the Colossus. Since the Colossus is so massive, it can be used to block certain routes. When our team is trying to maintain control and needs to protect an area, we can strategically position the Colossus to block the enemy path. This tactic works well because you can dismount the Colossus whenever you want, adding a layer of strategic depth.
Mm.
Yeah.
So they just like plug the spot with the Colossus
Yeah,
and don't
and you can
man it
go. Mhm.
and didn't see that
Yeah.
coming.
We thought that's pretty cool.
Mhm.
That is super cool. Yeah, I love this. I think we should probably start to wrap this up a little bit. But is there anything, Sam, about Strike Rush or SKONEC Entertainment overall that is interesting that you want to share before we say goodbye?
Definitely. First of all, I want to thank you for your interest and love for Strike Rush. We have a small request for our dedicated players. Please join our Discord channel. We host various events that you can participate in, and we regularly introduce new features to enhance your gaming experience. Our Discord community is vibrant and full of passionate users who share their love for the game. They divide into game stories, such as ideas for new characters, weapons, and modes, and even provides feedback on areas that need improvement. All these ideas and opinions are incredibly valuable to us as we continue to develop and define the games. Um, Game development is a long, challenging, and often exhausting journey. But seeing the interest and love you have for Strike Rush and playing alongside you re-energize us. We are committed to creating games while staying connected with our community. Additionally, we are excited to announce that our next games are in development. Another Door will be an online escape room experience, and Traveler will be a bold game in a mixed real environment. We hope you will show the same enthusiasm for this upcoming title as you have for Strike Rush. Thank you once again for your support and for being such an important part of our journey.
Aw, Sam, thank you so much. I mean,
Exciting. Mhm.
we know better than some people, not better than developers themselves, but we know better than some people just how much time, energy, blood, sweat, and tears goes
Oh, yeah.
into creating some of these VR experiences. VR is a risky place to be right now,
Mhm.
but those of us who understand the massive potential of this technology and this platform, especially as gamers, we are definitely passionate people, and it's clear that you guys are passionate about what you're doing as well. But we understand that does not come without lots of blood, sweat, and tears. So thank you so much for fighting the good fight, helping to bring us amazing VR experiences, and we'll definitely be staying tuned to hear more about Another Door and Traveler whenever you guys are ready.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much
so
for
much,
joining
Sam.
today.
Thank you for joining us on the
Always.
XR Update podcast. Everybody, let's say bye to Sam. And thank you again for joining us. Bye.
Bye.
And there she goes, just like that.
Oh, I like Strike Rush. Such a good game. And the Discord is indeed just so rich. It's just crazy. So many giveaways and everything going on. So yeah, I actually recommend
Yeah.
to join their Discord. Yeah.
Yeah, they actually just gave away a bunch of cool stuff too.
Yeah.
So it's a little late for that giveaway, but stay tuned. I'm sure we'll be seeing more from that team.
Mhm.
I put the link to the Discord in the live chat, but I'll add it to the description of this episode afterwards. So that way it'll be easy for people to kind of hop in there and join the Strike Rush community.
Mhm.
But I think that's about it for the XR
Okay.
Update podcast this week. What do
That
you
was
think, Katya?
fun. I think we should book this cruise and go to Seoul with it.
Don't tease me, because like I said, I've never done one and it kind of sounds awesome.
I know I haven't done
Do the
this.
Shining Vessel cruise.
Yep.
Cool.
Well, at least we can just go and play Strike Rush in Shining Vessel and enjoy it.
Maybe we'll do that.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do that. Cool. So I guess for we're kind of like right now we've done a pretty good job of keeping this every other week cadence. Things are going to get a little weird over the next month with Gamescom and a
Yeah.
couple of other like one-off things that we're planning right now. So please subscribe to our channels. Please follow us on Twitter, XR Update Twitter, to stay in touch with all of the news updates coming from XR Update. And hit the bell and all that, so that way you can see when the next episode of this will be going live, and you never miss an episode of the XR Update podcast. Anything else, Katya, before we end it?
Oh, I'm just wanted to say that we are preparing a very special episode that will be happening during Gamescom period of time. So please, just stay in touch and see, because this is gonna be very, very exciting.
We're just getting started here with XR Update, people. We are just getting started. We're getting this thing off the ground, and we have a lot of exciting stuff planned. So like and subscribe. Stay tuned. We will see you in a couple of weeks or so for the 4th episode of the XR Update podcast. Until then, thank you so much for being a part of our community, and we'll see you soon.
So awesome to see you all. Have a good day.
Thanks, Katya. Bye, everyone.